use. The auxiliary machinery may be in support of the main propulsion engines and include heat exchangers and compressed air, or in support of ship cargo and handling such as propellers and shafting, steering gear and deck cranes, or in support of ship service such as ballast water arrangements and sewage system. Importance: the auxiliary engines are used for electrical power production on board and can represent up to 15% of total fuel consumption for a vessel which diesel mechanical. There are many engine configurations with normal 2 or 3 auxiliary engines on a diesel mechanical vessel, 4 to 6 auxiliary engines on diesel vessel, electric vessel. The engine performance and efficiency aspects of the auxiliaries are quite similar to the large two-stroke propulsion engines, as they are often more efficient at higher loads. Procedure: starting ship auxiliary can be start in 3 ways. First, auto start, manual start, emergency start. Auto start: in this method, operates had to do nothing. The engine starts automatically and comes in on load according to the power requirement. Automatic starting is only possible when the engine conditions are perfectly good and standby. Manual: if the auto start fails, or in the dead ship condition, you can start the generator manually. Below you can find the step-by-step procedure. Change remote to local from engine room control panel. Check LO, starting air, fuel oil, and cooling water, etc. Start LO priming pumps. Start 10 minutes before. 10 minutes before. Check that all the necessary valves and lines are open and no interlock is active on the generator before operating. Open the indicator cock. Turn the engine to check the furnace. Give a small air kit to ensure that there is no water or oil accumulated inside the cylinder. Close the cylinder indicator cocks. Manually start the engine by pressing the start push button on the local control panel main starting valve. Allow the engine to run up to normal speed. Make a true check of the engine to ensure that there are no leaks and the engine is running smoothly and firing on all cylinders. Check the LO pressures and temperatures are normal. Check that the pressure drop across the filter is normal. Check that the FO pressure and temperature are normal. Change over the control switch to remote. Emergency start: in case of emergency, auto start and manual start are failed, you can start it in emergency mode. Change remote to local from engine control panel. Check LO, starting air, fuel oil, cooling water, etc. Start LO priming pump. Start 10 minutes before. Check all the necessary valves and lines are open and no interlock is active on the generator before operating. Open the indicator cock. Turn the engine to check the furnace. Close indicator cock. Emergency starting is done by activating the starting air solenoid valve near the air start motor. Normally, a push button is given under the solenoid valve to actuate it manually. By manually actuating solenoid valve, let air to run the start motor, which leads to pick up the engine RPM. Allow the engine to run up to the normal speed. Make a thorough check of the engine to ensure that there are no leaks and the engine is running smoothly and firing all the cylinders. Check the LO pressures and temperatures are normal. Check the pressures drop across the filter is normal. Check the FO pressure and temperature are normal. Change over the control switch to remote. Stopping can also in 3 methods: automatic, manual, emergency. Automatic, manual, emergency. Automatic: in this procedure, the generator is stopped by going into the PMS system in the computer and then pressing the stop button for stop the generator. Even if you are trying to stop only the running generator, it will not stop because of the inbuilt safety feature which helps in preventing a blackout condition. Manual. In this procedure, the generator to be stopped is out to put up the load from the generator panel in the engine room. The load is reduced slowly by the governor control panel on the control. The load is reduced until the load on the panel is below 100 kilowatt. If when the load is below 100 kilowatt, the breaker is pressed and the generator is taken off load. The generator is allowed to run for 5 minutes in idle condition and the stop button on the panel is then press the generator. The generator is then stopped. Emergency. Emergency stop push button is given in ECR console and local panel. In case of emergency, you can stop the engine using this. One more method of stopping is by pulling over of governor lever. Thank you. That's all.